I'm very honored because I've been here since yesterday, and the film I've seen here are very, very good, so I'm very honored to be part of the selection. The film you are going to see is called Crimée Enchantée, Histoire d'une architecture. In English, it's Enchanted Crimée, a multi-storied architecture. Actually, I'm not the filmmaker. My name is Sarah Bitter, and I am an architect. So I was wondering how to talk in a different way about architecture. And I was thinking maybe the architect are not the best people to talk about architecture. You did a beautiful film, so I think architecture are able to talk about architecture. But I was not feeling able to talk myself about architecture. And I decided to find other people, authors, who are able to talk, who are sensitive to space, but who are not architects, and I was thinking maybe they would have a new way, a fresh way to talk about architecture. I was thinking maybe it's the best time during construction time, like the 6 last months of the construction time, to do an experiment. So I decided to invite 5 authors to come and visit the construction site and to be completely free. They had like carte blanche to tell us how they connect to the construction site, to the building, to the environment. So I invited a philosopher, Jean Attali. I invited 2 different type of dancers, like regular dancer, Alice Martins, and vertical dancer, means that they are almost acrobats. I invited a writer, Célia Houda, and of course, the last person I invited is Sophie Conté-Couillaté, who is the filmmaker of the film, and she had the very difficult task to make a film as a whole with all the materials that the other 4 guests will give to her.
Je filme et enregistre des acrobates, danseurs, philosophes et écrivains.
They did the job by themselves, and I have to say that the vertical dancers, for me, they are touching the copper, and they are very much experimenting the facades. And the other dancer, for example, she's more actually going through the space, and she has a different role. I have something very deep in me that I have the feeling that the dancer, by touching and experimenting the space, is able to talk about architecture, that it's a medium. That was a project that took a long time. It was designed in 2009, and that was a good time for architects in Paris. Very much the idea of the social housing was very important to the mayor, and they wanted to have good architects and good architecture. So they did this competition, and I have to say the politics has changed a lot, and it's getting more and more private, and this is going to be very rare to be able to do this kind of project again.
So it, in me, it created an interest also to go and have a look at it when it's all done. And in that sense, I think the film also serves a purpose.
Thank you.
But it was good as, great fun, good architecture, complimenting.